What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have a big window red dot to talk about. It is from Swampfox and the model number is the Justice 2. Now the size of the screen is 30 millimeters. I'm going to put up on the screen some of the other popular larger window red dots. Now I'm not positive about the Holosun and the Vortex size. When I did my research, I couldn't really find a crystal clear answer, so I apologize if those two dimensions are incorrect. Actually, what I'll do, I'll see if I can find the dimensions of the window, the height and the width of the window, and if I can, I'll also put that here up on the screen. But comparing the Swampfox to the Vortex, one thing you're going to notice is a very different shape. The Vortex is more square, the Swampfox is rounded off, and the Vortex glass, I think, is a little bit clearer. The other big window from Holosun, this is a 507 comp. Again, the Holosun is more shaped like the Vortex, and the glass is a little bit clearer like the Vortex, but the Swampfox is significantly less. All right, the footprint on this optic is going to be an RMR footprint, which is great. That is definitely the most popular footprint out there. If you look at the shape of it, it does stick over the front of the slide a little bit, kind of like the Trijicon SRO. I just think this is a lot more aesthetically pleasing than the SRO. But if you have that rear sight in front of the optic, that's definitely going to get in the way and it's not going to work for you. Now, as far as the red dot, you have a couple different options when you buy this. You can get a 6 MOA red, a 6 MOA green, or what I have here is a multi-reticle system. So the way the multi-reticle system works, you can choose just a dot with a circle, a kind of half circle option, and then the 4 hash marks. The way you control that is by holding the up arrow for a few seconds and it will cycle through all of the different dots. A couple tips for you when you're sighting it in. Swampfox says only to use the dot only. Don't use any of the other reticles for sighting it in. Helpful little hint for you. And then when you have the dot and the circle, there's some holdovers here. So if you have a good memory, if you're smart enough to use these as holdovers, there's some MOA guidelines in here that you can use. The controls are very simple. There's an up on one side and a down on the arrows on the other. There's a total of 10 brightness adjustments, with the bottom 2 being night vision compatible. Now the only weird thing I noticed with this, when I had just the dot on and I was shooting in direct sunlight, I mean direct sun coming right back on my face, which is hard enough to see as it is, I could faintly see the circle around the dot. It was so faint that my camera couldn't even pick it up. But I noticed it and I just figured I'd mention it to you really quick. To turn it on, you hold the up arrow. To turn it off, you hold the down arrow. And again, to go through the different reticles, you hold the up arrow. Simple as that. So there's very, very simple controls, which I always appreciate. All right, before we get into the battery and the dot and the glass clarity and all that important stuff, let me quickly thank Notches. They are the biggest supporter of the Tiberious channel. They have a ton of different optics, always having a lot of good deals. They do have this and a bunch of other Swampfox and pistol red dots linked down you know where. I don't want to talk about TriStar today, even though TriStar is wonderful and their shirts are great. What I want to quickly mention is mirror safety and nutrient survival. The world is crazy right now. Not only natural disasters, man-made things, and violence, and all sorts of craziness. And if you feel the need to be more prepared, I always feel the need to be more prepared. Mirror Safety has some great gas masks. Nutrient Survival has both adventure food, but also long-term storage food that's actually good for you. There's a link to both of them down in the you know where. I think Nutrient Survival I have a discount code for. If I do, I'll put it up here on the screen. I don't think I have one for Mirror Safety, but either way, if you're feeling the need to be more prepared, I just want to encourage you to start that process. All right, the window and the dot clarity. Let's keep in mind this is a budget-friendly optic, and 200-ish. We'll get into that in just a second. Definitely less expensive than the Vortex and the Holosun that we talked about earlier. So let's keep that in mind. The window and the dot clarity are good. For a budget-friendly optic, it's very good. I've seen better, of course, that are significantly more expensive. I haven't seen anything that's better, that's the same price or less, if that makes sense. And I've definitely seen much worse. I don't know how well my camera is going to pick it up, but I will say the dot clarity and the glass clarity are good. The battery is a good setup because it's a top-load battery. You don't need to take the red dot off to change the battery. I appreciate that. It's a standard or very common 1632 battery, easy to get. You will need a little Torx bit to unscrew that that nut on the top there to access the battery. The battery life is 50,000 hours. Now, I couldn't find any specifics on setting and how long and all that stuff on the website or on the manual. I'm going to take an educated guess, like on a medium setting, it's going to last up to 50,000 hours. However, it does have a shake awake technology, which is great. After 225 seconds, the red dot turns off automatically. The second it senses any movement, it's going to turn back on, and that will definitely help prolong the life of your battery. Windage and elevation adjustments are pretty standard. Your one on the top, one on the side, very small flathead screwdriver to make those adjustments. They are tactile, so you can feel when you spin it, and there's a total of 45 MOA adjustments in each direction. 4 more quick facts before we talk about the testing. The body is made from aluminum. You are welcome. I know you guys love when I say aluminum. The LED has a 10-year warranty. The red dot itself has a lifetime warranty. The window is recessed in here pretty good to help protect it a little bit better. And then I noticed a lot of red dots now are coming with all the tools you need to set it up, and they're coming out with a lot more screws and everything to make your life easy to have it work with a wider variety of pistols. And this one is like that. Came with a bunch of screws, which I thought was cool. Dimensions and weight are up here on the screen. I want to chat about the price. The multi-reticle version on the Swampfox site was 300 beans, or just under 300 beans. If you look around at dealers, you can definitely find it significantly less than that, like 250-ish. And then the non-multi-reticle system on the Swampfox website was 260. And again, if you look around in dealers, I found that 180, 190, 200 in that area. So you can definitely find some good deals for this red dot out there. As always, I'll put some links down below. Hopefully I can find you a good deal if this is your jam, if you want to pick one up. But let's quickly talk about the testing. All the testing I've done for this red dot has been on this Anderson Kiger 9C Pro pistol, which I've also reviewed recently. I'm now up to about 600 rounds on the pistol and around 300 or 400 rounds on the red dot. I did not do any destructive testing, guys, because this is geared towards competition use, not towards duty use. So anytime I review a red dot that's duty focused, I typically don't do any destructive testing. It's a competition optic. But as far as the testing I did, I carried it for this gun with this optic for about a week. Did a lot of drawing from the holster, hit and steel, a lot of transitions. I think that's important with a red dot. All normal magazine exchanges, normal type testing. I didn't have any issues or problems or concerns with it. The red dot's going strong. Again, when you're in that direct sunlight with just the dot on, you can kind of see the circle a little bit, but it wasn't strong enough even for my camera to pick it up. Biggest pro for me is got to be the screen size. It's a really big window, and when I shoot those big windows, they're easier to shoot. It's not necessary, but when I go to this, back to like an RMR or even a Holosun 407C, you see a big difference. It's a little harder to find that red dot. The big window helps. I think the biggest value, the biggest pro needs to be the value and what you get for your money. Again, $200-ish. There's a lot of really, really good value there. That should be the first one. RMR footprint. The recess window, good battery life, top load battery compartment, very simple controls. Again, that's a lot of good stuff to talk about. There's nothing I would change with the optic. I think it's good and priced accordingly. It's a big window optic. It's good for competitions. Comes in at sub $200, so a lot of good things to talk about there. If you are worried, you can get the Swampfox Iron Shield. It's like I think it's aluminum, whatever, metal shield that goes over the red dot to help protect it. That's always an option if you wanna go down that road. I have a question for you before you go though. I'm thinking about doing a video comparing the Vortex Defender XL, the Holosun 507 Comp, and the Swampfox. I don't know if it's something you guys would want to see. There's a lot of different price points here and different features and stuff. So if it's something you would want to see, let me know. I don't think I have any other big window pistol red dots. If I do, I'll include them. But either way, let me know down in the comments. Before we go, let's thank Swampfox. They did send this out and a few other goodies that you'll see very soon, which is greatly appreciated. Notch as the biggest supporter of the Tiberious Gibbs channel. Thank you to them. They're awesome. Link also down you know where. We mentioned mirror safety. We mentioned mirror safety and nutrient survival. Excuse me. If you want to be more prepared, there's a lot of good ways to do it. A lot of good videos on YouTube to help you out. And these are good companies who have been very good supporters of the channel that also have the links down you know where. All right, I am done talking. I'm done chilling. Thank you guys for watching. It is greatly appreciated. If you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, bell notifications, all that good stuff. The subscriptions really help me out more than anything else. If you subscribe to the channel, I appreciate it. I thank you. I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed. Be good. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.